What's up, guys? My name's Alec from Blackhouse Vapor Company, and today I'm doing a product review on this guy right here, the Phix by MLV. What is the Phix? Let's just start with that. What is the Phix? The Phix is a pod system. It's a closed system, which means you can't fill it with your own juice. It comes with pre-filled pods, and those pods you just slide into the device, you vape it until the pod is empty, you take the pod out, you throw it away, you put a new pod in. Pod systems are the lowest maintenance version of vaping that you can get, essentially. They are almost learning curve free. It's a great way to get into vaping without having to spend a ton of money and without having to put a lot of energy into learning how to vape. They just work right off the bat, and there's no real know-how needed, so to speak. The Phix system right here, in my opinion, is one of the best pod systems on the market right now, and I'll explain myself in just a moment. But first off, let's get kind of up close and personal. I'm not going to take it down and show you guys everything that comes in it on the table because I really don't think it's necessary. There's just not that much that comes with it. So let me show you guys what it comes with in this FaceTime view right now. So the first thing that you're going to get, obviously, is your Phix device. You're going to get this device right here. It feels nice in the hand. It's not like the JUUL is more like the rectangular design. This has a nice curve to it, a nice beveled edge design here. Interesting shape here with a nice taper. So there's your Phix. Very small. I mean, obviously, here's my hand. Here's the Phix. You can see in comparison, it's very small. What else are you going to get in the package? You're going to get one of these little pods right here. The pod that comes with the Phix in the box is going to be an original tobacco flavor. All of the flavors that they use are made by Brewell. There's an original tobacco, there's a hard strawberry candy, there is a spearmint flavor, and there is a, oh man, there's just a menthol. I think it's a menthol tobacco. That's the only one that I haven't tried yet, but I'm going to get to that, and I will give you guys an update on all of the flavors once I try all of them. Original tobacco flavor comes included with it. And then the last thing that you get in the box is this little charging system right here, which is a magnetic charging system, much like the JUUL. Uses a USB on one side and a proprietary magnetic system on the other side, which only is going to fit the Phix. So that is everything that comes in the box with the Phix. I got my pod into my Phix. I'm going to show you guys what the vapor production's like, what the hit is like, the restrictiveness of it, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on kind of how this whole system works. Forgot to mention that these coils inside of these pod systems use ceramic coils as opposed to silica or cotton. I really like the ceramic coils for the longevity. The flavor is amazing off of them too. With these Brewell flavors, the flavor really hits the palate nicely. Right now I'm using the spearmint. I think it's become my favorite flavor. I thought that I would like the creamy flavor, the butterscotch flavor that it comes with, but honestly, the spearmint flavor with this mouth-to-lung type of draw, with a very restrictive draw, I think that the spearmint is very nice. It just gives a good, nice tingle on my tongue, which is exactly what I'm looking for out of a device like this. This device uses a nicotine content much like the JUUL. It uses a 5% nicotine by volume, and I believe it's using nicotine salts to give you kind of that throat hit that you're looking for if you're coming from cigarettes and you want something similar to that. This is going to be very close to that. I asked a friend last night to try my Phix, who's a cigarette smoker, and he said that the Phix was the closest thing he had gotten to a real cigarette hit out of a vapor device. So that gives me hope for a lot of people trying out the Phix coming from cigarettes to really love it. I'm hoping that that is the case. It's obviously not going to be the case for everybody. It's not going to work for everybody, but I think that like my friend said, and like what I've experienced, this is the closest thing you're going to get to replicating a cigarette hit, especially in terms of the simplicity of it. There's not even a button to push. This is just, you just draw and it produces vapor. So it's going to be like a cigarette in the fact that you're not sitting there like pressing on anything every single time. There's a little LED light that comes on when you're hitting it, and that's the only indication that you get that you're hitting it. I wish that they would have included like a battery indicator in the LED, like maybe it changes colors or it flashes when it's getting low. It does flash 3 times when it's dead, like dead, but that's all you get. You don't get like kind of a pre-warning. MLV states that you're gonna get about 220 puffs or so off of a full battery charge, and I've seen that it's probably about that, maybe even a little bit more, like 300 hits or so. Maybe I'm taking smaller hits than I should be, but that's still really great for such a small device. I'd say for such a compact and convenient device, getting that many hits off of it is awesome. At this point, I'm to a point where I can kind of tell when the Phix is starting to die just because of the way it hits, and I can tell when it's tapering off, and I plug it in 15 minutes maybe, and you're at a full charge again. It uses a 280 milliamp hour battery, so it's just enough to get you by for, if you're really using it a ton, you might only get a couple hours off of it, but I'm getting maybe like half a day to a full day just depending on how much I'm using it. You can see the charging system here. It's just this little magnetic system, and much like the JUUL, it just slides into place and then it's magnetized, and after that it's charging. The little LED light on it, I mean obviously I'm not plugged in right now, but the little LED on it is going to flash when you're charging it, and it'll be solid up until it's charged, and then the LED will turn off. That's when you know you're at a full charge. So at least they've got some indication there, but I wish that they would have, like I said, included some sort of battery indicator system to know when you're at a full charge, a half charge, and dead. That would be nice, but it doesn't outweigh all the pros of this device. The draw on this is a little bit more restrictive than the JUUL, which I think is nice. Its vapor production, I believe, is better than the JUUL. It gives a nice cloud. Let's do it one more time, and I'll demonstrate that cloud to you. Not bad, right? Not bad for such a small device. And then once you're done with that pod, you just pop it out, throw it away, grab a new one, slide it in. It magnetizes, so it's not going to come off unless you're really trying to take it off. You just need to give it just a little pull, and the magnets will release, and you're good to go. Now, cons. I'm going to get to, like I said, the battery indicator is one con. The other con that I have for this device is going to be that sometimes these pods leak inside of the Phix, and I have gotten a couple times where I've gotten like a 3 flashes, which I believe is some sort of error indication, and what I do is I take the pod out, I take a paper towel, I wipe inside the Phix, I wipe the bottom of the pod, and I stick it back in, and everything's golden again. It doesn't screw anything up. It's just a slight con, because I wish that they would seal these pods just a little bit better so that they didn't leak. I mean, I don't know that you can really make anything 100% leak proof. I think they've done a good job, but maybe they could have done a slightly better job. It does leak just a little bit, which could cause issues, so that's a con in my opinion. Now, the pros, obviously the cost. This guy's going to run you from $30 to $40 in that range, and honestly, it's well worth it if you're looking to get into vaping without breaking the bank. That's almost as cheap as it gets. The other pro I have for this is the draw on it. I like the draw. I think it's the perfect restrictiveness. There's no visible airflow on this device. The airflow actually comes from these little windows where you can see your juice, and you can't see your juice once it gets to the halfway level or below, but I think that's kind of nice. It just gives you an idea of where you're at, and then obviously once you're below that halfway level, you can take it out, take a look, see where you're at. this is probably still at least a day of vaping for me, and then slide it back in, you're good to go. The magnetic charging is nice, but I wish they would have just done a micro USB. That way you don't have to always have your charger with you. You can just have a micro USB. If you're anywhere where there is a micro USB, you can grab one, stick it in, and it'll work. This is not that way. This, you gotta have that proprietary charging system. So slight con in my opinion. Not a huge con, but slight con in my opinion. Overall, guys, if you're looking for something to get into the vaping world without breaking the bank, I would highly recommend you look at this Phix. You're not going to be spending $100. You're not going to be getting the cloud and the flavor that you get off of a $100 device, but that's all right. It's going to get you what you need, and it's going to get you started out into vaping and see whether or not you like it, and maybe this is all you need. You know, maybe this is exactly what you're looking for, and if that's the case, then perfect. You know, just pick one of these guys up and vape on it all day long, and you're golden. You're good to go. For starting out, fantastic, but if you're looking at kind of exploring the vape universe, then this guy isn't going to do you 100%, because you don't get the whole versatility of getting a full vape setup. For me, this thing is awesome as a little side device. I still have my mod with me when I go out, but this guy gets me when I'm, you know, when I'm in a public space and I don't want to be bothering people with my clouds, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be so obtrusive with my vaping. I'll just pull this out. I'll take a few puffs off of it and I'm good to go. Now, would I recommend this over the JUUL? For anybody that lives in Utah, you know how difficult it is to get your hands on a JUUL system, and that's because they've done all sorts of things to try to just sell with certain companies, sell with certain gas stations, or sell with certain retail stores or whatnot, and it's very difficult to find a JUUL system in Utah at all. It's almost impossible to find a JUUL Pod in Utah. So this guy right here, for anybody that lives in Utah, this is going to be obviously your number one choice. In my opinion, it's going to be your number one choice, because it's one, it's available, and two, it works really, really well, and the flavors are awesome, and just functions extremely well, and it's cheap. So obviously, if you live in Utah, boom, number one. If you don't live in Utah and you've got the option between the JUUL and this guy, ceramic coils and the juice, for some reason, this is a magical combination for flavor. It's a fantastic flavor system. The feel of it in the hand, it's a little bit larger than the JUUL, but I kind of like that. It's less prone to you dropping it all the time because of the way that it's shaped and because of its size. You're not quite as likely to drop it. So that's another reason I would say go for this guy. Yeah, guys, that's about it. That's about all I've got for this guy. There's really not that much to cover. I just wanted to show you guys this device. I wanted to get your opinion on it. Leave it in the comment section down below. What do you think about pod systems? Do you think it's worthwhile to start with a pod and then, if you want to, move to a mod? Or do you think that, you know, the pod systems are kind of just a waste of money and a waste of materials? You know, a lot of people might think that too. That's fine. I think that these guys are a great little device to get started in the vaping realm with, because they're cheap, because they work well, because they're maintenance free, because they only take 15 minutes to charge. All of those reasons. If any of those reasons resonate with you, then go ahead and pick one of these guys up and try it. I promise you won't be disappointed if any of those reasons sounded good to you. If you guys have any questions or comments about the Phix, leave them in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot, guys. Seriously, I put quite a bit of time into these videos. I really love to spread the information, the vaping information that I have gotten from being in this shop and from vaping for 5-6 years now. I love to spread this information and share it with all of you guys, but I do put a lot of effort into these videos, so if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the Blackhouse Vapor Company YouTube channel. There's more content coming every single day. I'm trying my hardest to get more and more content out every week, but for now, guys, thanks for watching. My name is Alec. We'll see you next time.